Welcome to another episode of Geekoutdoors.com. And on this episode, I originally planned to be doing this outside as I normally do, but unfortunately today was like super windy, and it's kind of chilly as well, but mainly because it's windy and the audio would have been really, really bad. And so on this episode, I actually wanted to talk about a new show that was just released. And it's not actually tech related, but it is related to the geek world. And a little while back, a trailer was shown for a brand new action-packed show on AMC called Into the Badlands. It's actually a post-apocalyptic show with a lot of authentic Asian Hong Kong-style martial arts. Now, the main actor in this actual show is Daniel Wu. He is an American-born actor, but he made it really big in Hong Kong and China. He's a megastar there. And he is actually one of the co-producers along with Stephen Fung. Now, the show itself is actually created by very talented screenwriters and creators, Alan Goh and Miles Miller. And what the show is about is basically set like 500 years into the future in this very post-apocalyptic dystopian new world. Now, before I go any further, I am going to talk about the very first episode, and so it will give a lot of spoilers away. And the very first episode is called The Fort. And what I like about this show is the fact that Daniel Wu and his team, they brought some real Asian-style choreography and martial arts into a Western audience. Now, if anybody watches a lot of martial arts or even action movies in general, you realize if it is involving martial arts, it's really edited really fast, so there's a lot of quick movements and it's really hard to see what's going on. And a lot of that has to do with the style that people like, but also mainly because doing martial arts choreography when the people themselves don't know martial arts, it makes it really hard. And so you'd be able to see the fact that they're not actual martial artists. Now, in Asian cinema, martial arts, that's the origin. It's in the Asian regions. And so a lot of them do have talent with martial arts. And a lot of them is more about the beauty of martial arts. And so the choreography there, it captures both the actual beauty of martial arts and the actual action. So you can actually see what's going on. And the reason I wanted to start off with that is because when you're actually watching a show, that's what's going to grab your attention. From the very first opening scenes when the main actor, Daniel Wu, in the show, his character name is actually Sunny. And he fights right off the bat, just takes out a whole bunch of bad guys, just real easily, but it looks so cool. You can actually tell what's going on. Now, getting back to the story itself, like I said, it's set 500 years in the future. So now this new apocalyptic future is really ruled by 7 barons. And this show, it has a lot of elements in it. Like it has a lot of elements of like slavery as well, is because the baron, the main one, he's actually on a plantation, and the people who work out in the fields are actually basically human slaves. Now, Daniel Wu, Sonny, he's actually an enforcer. They're called the Clippers. And they're basically not only protect the baron, but also rule the land with a very strong fist. And Sonny, out of all of them, he has tattoos. All of these Clippers have tattoos on their body, which signifies how many people they've killed. And Sonny has killed over 400 plus people. So he is the most dangerous and the most decorated. Now, in this show, Sonny meets a very young boy, and his name is MK, and he finds him after beating up these whole bunch of guys. And I don't want to give too much away, but there's something very interesting about this boy that you'll find out later on. And so he takes him back to the main plantation, the main baron. I can't remember the actual actor's or character's name, but they're going to train him to become a clipper. Now, what's interesting about this show is there's other characters involved where there's like a little love triangle. There's a little relationship problem between the son and the baron. There's even like, his wife as well, which is part of this I guess, love triangle thing that's going on. So that's interesting. And the show also pushes a lot of strong female characters. You'll see a little bit of the widow in there. And so the show, it has a lot of different things for many different types of tastes. And so if you're the type who likes solely action, it's definitely got that in there. If you are a sci-fi geek, then you like that as well. And, if you really enjoy strong female characters, I think this show is definitely going to bring it. Now, in terms of the whole storyline, it just barely started, but I really think it's intriguing enough where there can definitely be some depth into this story. And so definitely check it out for that. But the first reason I'd watch the show is because it's just awesome. I mean, I love the action. The swordplay in this is badass. I mean, I don't know how else to say that. I mean, double sword, single sword, fighting in the ring, acrobatics. I mean, the wire work in this is, once again, this is authentic Hong Kong style Asian cinema, and so it really, really looks awesome. So I'm going to leave the link below to the show, and also I'm going to leave a link below to the trailer for the show if you haven't seen it. Definitely go check it out. I'm pumped up for the very second episode. I haven't seen it yet. I think it's called Fist Like a Bullet, and that just came out. But I'm probably not going to be reviewing episodes per episode. Like every now and then I'll talk about a geek related show, or a sci-fi show that I really enjoy and that I think you should check out. So have you seen this show? And if you had, leave your ideas and comments below. And as always, if you do like these videos, be sure to subscribe. And for full written episodes, head out to geekoutdoors.com, and I'll see you outdoors on the very next episode.